they're saying the vows, and she says, I do. And then it's Nikki's turn, and he's like hesitating.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't think we need to get married right now. And
Well,
she's
he was like, you're so right. Like, we didn't need to do all of this.
motherfucker, just fucking say yes.
Okay, 3, 2, and 1. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Welcome back to Fictionally Unstable, because real life's not dramatic enough.
With your host, Jessica.
Maciel.
And Lauren.
All right.
Jumbo.
We are going to be discussing Something Very Bad Is Going to Happen, a new limited series on Netflix that was just released, 8 episodes, starring Camila Morrone and Adam DeMarco. They play a couple that are spending a weekend getaway at the groom's family's I was going to say cottage. It's not a cottage.
Cabin.
Thank you.
Big ass cabin.
Yeah. He comes from a very wealthy family. But they're spending the weekend there leading up to their wedding. And she hasn't really spent any time with his family. And so weird things just start happening at that cabin. And then they get married and shit goes down.
Something very bad happened.
Yeah. It's kind of a, what would you call it? Like a spiritual, no, not a spiritual movie. What would you call this?
Paranormal?
Yeah, kind of like a paranormal,
Kind of.
spiritual-ish
It's
type
like,
of
it's
thing.
supernatural.
Oh, curse. There you go. Supernatural.
Yeah.
Supernatural
Correct terms.
curse.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the entire show is like very eerie. Like it's labeled as a horror, right? A horror thriller. It's not like necessarily what I consider horror, but
It's not a slasher movie.
yeah.
But it's also not a paranormal movie like what you typically see.
Yeah.
So it is a horror in a sense. It's just it wasn't scary.
Yeah, I think maybe it was more like what I'm thinking of is like psychological horror.
Yeah.
Maybe is
Yeah,
like
yeah,
how
yeah.
I would classify it.
This was the first thing after Stranger Things that the Duffer Brothers were produced. Yeah, produced.
Yeah.
So this is their next thing. Yeah, I thought it was really well done for their next thing.
I like the cinematography a lot.
Yeah, the
in this one.
cinematography was
I thought
very
the shots were really cool. Let's talk about this cabin. This cabin was fucking huge.
good. Yeah.
And kind of confusing.
Like the
floor
layout was
plan.
crazy.
Yeah.
They have like a courtyard
In the middle.
in the middle. And then yeah, it's like almost like a circle. It's a circular like
Courtyard,
or
yeah.
like a hexagon. So then you have like the hexagon and then you have like these hallways that like lead to
You have like the
places.
hallway that leads to the bedrooms. You have the living room, or you can call it like grand meeting space because that ain't no living room.
Where the wedding was?
Where they had the where the wedding was, but it was also the first night was not the first night. When they first had the guest over, it was like when they were giving them encouraging words.
Oh, yeah.
That room with the fireplace,
Yeah.
fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
And then the dinner room. Every room is just humongous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even the
Like, Jesus.
bedrooms.
Yeah. But like the entire town is like kind of creepy.
Yeah.
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 It's like a small town. Obviously, it's like cabin in the woods type feel.
Mhm. The only other places we really saw was like a bar and then a rest stop.
Yeah.
I think those were the only
Like
like
a gas
actually
station.
establishments.
Yeah. Besides like out in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great thoughts. Great thoughts. So Camilla Morrone's character, Rachel, is like she has like a history of like panic attacks. So she already is like very
Paranoid.
and skeptical about a lot of things. And so as soon as like they get into the town, like they find the baby? They find the baby at the rest stop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they just kind of find a baby alone in a car, like at a rest stop, and she's like very inclined to like help this baby. So she has her fiance, Nikki, stay with the baby, and then she kind of drives to the nearby bar to get help or be able to like call the police or something, right? And so that entire situation is weird because she gets there and she's like, hey, I need help, like calling the police. The bartender, the girl that works there is like, yeah, whatever. She don't give a fuck. And then she goes to like use the bathroom and then she looks up and there's this guy just like fucking staring at her from the top of the stall. And then she's very paranoid about this guy. She thinks this guy is going to hurt her. And then she goes out. She's like trying to get a gumball from the machine. And he's like walking really eerily up to her. And then she just like fucking stabs him with her key, like through his hand.
And he doesn't give a fuck.
And he's just like, all right.
And then he just asks her, are you sure that he's the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you're just kind of like, okay, what the fuck? Anyway, long story short is that the baby was okay. And then they make it to Nikki's family's cabin. And the entire family just like, something's off with everybody. Like everybody's just fucking weird.
Yeah. So
baby was okay, but Nikki got punched in the face
he got beat up
by the dad who like came back with his wife and thought he was trying to steal his baby.
Yeah. Be like, why are you leaving your baby in the car unattended? You psychos.
Dummy.
But
spoiler alert, they're also guests to this fucking wedding later.
Yeah.
Weird people.
Like you don't even know the face of the guy's wedding you're attending, I guess.
Yeah, because his family invited like over 100 people.
Yeah.
So his direct family consists of his dad, who is a doctor, his mom, who is secretly dying of cancer. What does she
has
have?
a brain. Yeah, she has a brain tumor.
Yeah. Without him
It's Grey's Anatomy.
knowing that, she didn't tell the family.
She didn't tell Nikki.
You're right.
Everybody
she didn't tell
else knew.
Nikki because he
A little baby bitch.
tries to fix everything. He's somebody that hyper fixates on things.
Yeah.
His oldest brother is also a doctor and who has a wife and he has a child, but it's a different, that's his like stepmom. I mean, to the child. And then they have a sister named Portia who is a fucking
Psychotic.
crazy person.
But she was funny though.
And he's the baby. So it is his older sister too. Yeah, and they're just like rich folks, you know, whatever.
Doing rich folks things.
Doing rich folks things. And she believes when she meets this family, because they're acting all weird or whatever, she believes that the family is like trying to kill her.
Yeah. Like sacrifice her.
Yeah. She thinks that they're like devil worshippers or something.
Well, because the first night she's there, Portia asks her if she's ever heard about the sorry man.
Yeah.
And so this like kind of gets in her head, and Portia tells her that when Jude was little, he says that
Jude is the older brother.
Jude's older brother. He says that he saw a man in the woods who cut open women, basically looking for his wife or his bride. He couldn't find his bride, so it's like a scary story about him cutting open women that are soon to be brides.
Yes.
And killing them.
Yes. And then his son ends up like knowing about this story. And so he, in an attempt to save Rachel, I guess he like steals her dress and like puts it on this really scary straw like scarecrow thing out in the woods, and Rachel finds it, and that also like makes her think that like they're trying to sacrifice her for something.
Yeah, because she can't find her wedding dress, and Nikki is basically fucking gaslighting her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like not
he
purposely
leaves to go
but,
look for it, and he's like, you just stay here, and she's like, no, I don't want you to leave. And then his whole family is like, no, you go, she'll stay. I'd be like, I'm not fucking staying here.
Yeah, it's like an 8-hour drive for him to go back to their the previous place they were staying at before they got there. And he's like, I never brought your dress and this and that. She's like, are you fucking kidding me? It was here yesterday.
Yeah.
So they are trying to get her to wear his mother's dress. That's like her whole fitting. Because Portia's like on a timeline. This girl is so psycho. I would never have her plan my wedding. Crazy girl. And she's like, you got to do this. You got to do this. They like are taking away, like she has a necklace that she had from, that was her mom's. Her mom is deceased. And that's the only thing that she has of her mom. So they're like, that doesn't go with the dress. So they take it. They're like, oh, we want you to wear my ring instead of the ring that Nikki got her. So she's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So she really thinks that they're going to sacrifice her.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to point out too that like the entire show, you would see clips of like a perspective of like a figure or like a being like following her around and making all these like warbly sounds like
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like always wondering what that is or what that represented, but you find out like at the end.
It's the curse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the curse, death following her. But yeah, so she does her fitting. And the entire time is eerie too because Portia has like scissors near her and she thinks she's gonna like fucking cut her open or some shit. Yeah. So it was eerie in that sense.
She sees the dad digging up a fucking grave.
Yes.
In the middle of the night.
The dad also does taxidermy on their dogs.
Yeah, and they have these
so
two
he's like
big
skinning
ass.
his
Ugh, I
dead
couldn't
dogs
watch that.
like in the basement.
I could not watch that.
Yeah. I was like, ugh.
I was like, they have a lot of dogs because then there was a live dog. And I was like, I don't
Yeah.
understand what's going on.
Well, because
with the
they
dog.
showed the two taxidermy dogs when they got there. But then I think she imagined that one of them was not dead because she imagined one of them was alive and walking around because it was missing at one point. I was very confused.
Yeah.
Oh. What's that? Yeah.
Nikki gets back to the house.
Mm-hmm.
She's like running to him in the car, and the whole fucking family is walking to the car, like
Slow as hell.
literally set up as like a horror movie. like this family's gonna fucking kill me.
Yeah.
And then they have a good discussion, and they find out that everything is not what it seems. The mom has the brain tumor. They didn't want to tell Nikki because they wanted him to focus on his wedding. She wants this wedding to happen. So everything that Rachel had planned very loosely based. It was like, it's only supposed to be the immediate family, which is just his family because she has no connection with her father who is still alive and then her mother's deceased. So it's really just his family. She thought it was going to be the immediate family and they invited like 100 guests. They're like, we need the cousins of the cousins and the aunts third removed and like just everybody.
All that shit. Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, well, our mom's dying and this is what she wants. So
Yeah.
this
is like her last hurrah before she dies.
Yes.
And she wants to like go out on her own terms because she only has like a few months or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we find out that the family's not going to kill her, but something will.
Yeah.
And then she has to apologize to them for thinking that they were going to kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at some point, there's a lot of pent up frustrations with the family, and she literally brings the voodoo straw doll from outside in the forest inside their house and has
I can't.
the family talk to the straw doll and vent out all their frustrations. Like, it's so creepy.
It's such a
I'm like, I'm good. I'm going to my room.
But before we talk about kind of like the curse that's on her family, what she believes the whole point of their relationship is, it was based on, to her, was fate.
Yes.
Because how they met was she was supposed to be flying to Chicago.
And she hates flying.
And she hates flying. And she was the last passenger that was supposed to board the plane at the exact moment that they were calling her number, I guess, to board the plane so that they could depart. She met Nikki, Nikki at the same gate. And and he made it seem like he also missed his flight or something like that. And then he offered to drive her to Chicago.
Yeah.
And that was like their first date, the 4-hour drive or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. And her entire thing was like, he asked her like what was wrong. And then she was like, I can't get on that plane or something bad is going to happen. And then,
like Final Destination.
yeah. And then he was like very understanding of that and offered to drive her. So like in her mind, this is a guy that like didn't judge her for her feelings, but like understood her.
And he said something to her like, I think you just saved my life or something like that, because he didn't get on his plane because of her.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the story of how they met.
And she goes around and tells everybody at their welcome dinner or whatever they were having, every single person the same fucking story.
Yep.
Basically convincing them and herself that like their meeting is fate.
Yeah.
And we'll tell you why that is.
Yeah. So she ends up. So the son is filming one night in the cabin, and he sees somebody in the cabin. That's somebody that's not supposed to be there. We end up finding out that is her father. Her father gets an invitation to this wedding and sends it from Nikki after she had told him not to reach out to her dad. So this is where you kind of see the screws kind of loosening up, where it's like, you don't actually respect your fiance. You're going against her will. Like, you think you know what's best for her, even though you're not respecting her wishes, in a sense. The dad sends back this is before they find out the reason why the whole family is kind of being weird. The dad sends back the invitation, and it's, what does it say? Don't marry him, right?
Yeah. It says don't marry him.
Don't marry him on the back of it. So that's, again, she's just like, what the fuck is going on? Blah, 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 whatever. But they end up finding out that is the dad is the one that sent that. And he tries to tell her the story of what happened. So we get a little bit of a flashback.
He shows her the video.
Yes. And Victoria Pedretti is in this movie.
It's
Show. For that one episode.
For the one episode, yes.
The queen of horror. Shows.
The Scream Queen, yes. And that flashback we get is them driving to the same area, because there's also a cabin nearby that they stayed in. And they're also getting married. They're on their way, and they run into this. Well, first, okay, the ice cream yogurt place was mentioned in the first episode when Nikki and Rachel were driving there. And he's saying like, oh my gosh, you've never heard of this famous like yogurt place. And then she ends up drawing the mascot thing for this place. So it's mentioned. So turns out this place is a place that her parents had stopped on their way for their wedding honeymoon thing. And the guy is fucking creepy. He's like, they go to get ice cream, and he notices that her mom is pregnant, and he's like, is it a prince or a princess? And she's like, what?
He's like, a princess.
And he's like, a princess, I know, or something like that. And then so she gets fucking creeped out, and she's like, he turns around to go get their ice cream, and she's like, I want to leave. Mind you, she's driving, right? She was in the driver's.
Right. So I'm like, you could have
just
drove
away. But she's like begging her fiance, like, I want to leave. He's creeping me out. What if he poisons our ice cream? And the fiance the whole time is like, I think you're overreacting. I think it's fine. Like, what is he going to do? And so they do end up leaving. But yeah, in my mind, I was like, girl, you're in the fucking driver's seat. Just step on the gas and go.
Yeah.
Yes. But then in that flashback, they get to their cabin, and she has like also an eerie feeling, right? Because I think her mom also knew about something. And she always told her when she was little that she either can't get married or like shouldn't get married.
Oh.
Something like that.
If they did, I missed that part. Or I don't remember it.
I remember like the fiance mentioned to Rachel's mom, like her mom was crazy and like put all these bad thoughts in her head about marriage. So anyway, they end up getting married, and there's a witness at their wedding that in the video camera asks her mom, are you sure that he's the one? And then turns out that this is the same man that was creeping on Rachel in the bar, also asking her if is she sure he's the one.
He's pretty much the equivalence of a Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
He gets your wedding certificate and then you die.
Yes.
If it's not your soulmate. So
Yeah. So then in this, at the end of this like videotape that she sees, her parents go back to their cabin and it cuts to Victoria or Rachel's mom starts bleeding from her nose and it starts bleeding uncontrollably. She starts bleeding from her eyes and then she's just like covered in blood.
yeah.
And did it also show the baby part?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then the
Father.
the father is like trying to help her. He can't help her, realizes that she's dead. And so then he has to cut Rachel out of her body.
Yeah. To save her.
Yes.
Cuts the baby out.
So then, I mean, this happens a little bit later, but you realize that Jude, who is Nikki's brother, that was his story of the sorry man. So he had like run away from home or something and stumbled into that cabin when they were away. And then when they came back after getting married, he hid under their bed. And so he was just a little boy, so he didn't know what was happening. He just saw like a woman bleeding from every orifice and like this man cutting her open.
And him saying sorry.
Yeah, and
like,
him
"I'm
saying
sorry,
sorry.
I'm sorry."
Yeah, so that was his version of the sorry man. So now Rachel and Jude are kind of like connected by this story.
Yes.
Or this, or
tragedy.
what happened to them. So yeah.
Yeah.
So where does she get this conclusion that she needs to marry her soulmate? How does she find that out?
So-
The guy tells her.
Yeah. So after she meets with her dad and she basically tells her dad, like, you know, whatever, leave me alone. She goes back to the bar to
Because she
find that
recognizes
guy.
the guy.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And then she talks to that guy. He stabs her in the fucking leg.
Yeah.
That's right.
And he's
He's
like, we're
like
even
200
now.
years old at this point because whatever, like, so his family was originally cursed.
Yeah.
And then he ended up running away from the altar.
To
So the
one
curse
of-
passed on to Rachel's family.
Yeah.
And then because of that, he, I guess you would say, became the Grim Reaper and became immortal. And he has to witness like every single wedding
That happens in
in
her
her
lineage.
bloodline.
in her
Yeah.
lineage. Yeah.
And so she basically finds out that the curse is now for her. If she leaves Nikki at the altar, she becomes him. She becomes immortal. Or if she marries Nikki and he's not the soulmate, then she dies.
Yeah. And then if she decides to leave Nikki at the altar, the curse will pass on to his entire
Yeah.
family. So that includes like, you know, all the family she just met, even the Jude's like little son.
I didn't realize until after, obviously, that I thought it was for all future marriages. I didn't realize it was
Everybody.
marriage, past, present, and future.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she finds that out. So now Rachel's like, I guess, determined to convince herself or prove that Nikki is her soulmate.
Mm-hmm.
And is like trying to find a way to, I guess, like save them both.
He also tells her too that you are only technically cursed if you accept an engagement.
Mhm.
So you can live a happy, lonely life.
Just never get
Actually,
married.
you can still be with someone. You
Just
just
don't get
can't
married.
accept an engagement.
Yeah.
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 But it's too late now. She's already
Yeah.
accepted. So
Yeah. It's too late now. She didn't know about it.
Yeah, so she's trying to figure out that if she's trying to convince herself that he's her true soulmate, and then Jude is also like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" Because I don't think she told them about the curse. Like, if he just knows that if they're not soulmates, she'll
She
die.
dies.
But she
Yeah.
didn't tell him about
whole thing.
the whole thing. Like, if she leaves and their whole family's
Right.
cursed.
Yeah.
yeah. But Jude and his wife, what's her name again?
No.
No. They're trying to help Rachel as well. Like, they do believe her about the curse because of what Jude saw when he was little. And so they're trying to like make sure that she gets to 100% certainty that Nikki is her soulmate.
Yeah. So
And
she doesn't
so,
die.
yeah, then she's telling the story about how they met, how it's fate, that they, to everybody there. And
Jude's like, wait a
Jude
minute.
is like, hold on a
Yeah.
fucking second. There's something wrong with
Yeah,
your fucking
this-
story.
yeah.
So it's like,
Something line
what
up.
date was this on again
Yeah.
that you
And-
guys met?
So he spills all Nikki's shit. And he's like, oh, he's like, well, why were you flying to Chicago? Like, why did you need to go there? And Nikki didn't have like an answer. So then it's uncovered that basically Nikki wasn't flying to Chicago. He wasn't even on the flight because he was like, oh, it's so weird. Like you were the like talking to Rachel, you were the last passenger for the plane. Why weren't they calling Nikki's name? Like, why were they only calling your name?
And she's like, I don't know. I never really thought about it. Girl.
So then, yeah, we find out that Nikki actually was dating someone and she broke up with him. And so then he was supposed to be flying to Jude's wedding to Nell, who Nell is also Nikki's ex.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. But he missed Jude's wedding because of meeting Rachel. So he wasn't flying to Chicago. It wasn't technically fate. And Jude was like, you were just walking around the airport fucking moping because you just got broken up with, looking for somebody who is lonely.
And he didn't want to
your
show
time
up at his wedding.
and he
by
didn't want to show up
himself.
at the wedding by himself and to tell everyone that he broke up, like his girlfriend broke up with him.
Mm-hmm.
So
So it was
fate.
planned. It was not fate at all.
Which gets to Rachel, obviously, in her head. Because she's gonna fucking die now.
Yeah.
Anything else prominent before the wedding? Not really.
Just so her and Nell now are like, how can we stop this curse happening? So they go to the
like the county office or
Yeah.
whatever, where they have like all the marriage and like death certificates
Yeah.
of people in the city.
and they end up finding her pretty much everybody in her lineage and
like
they're
who died and who
they're
didn't.
checking the marriage date and then the death date is the same and it's like every single person. She's like, wow.
Except for
Curse
one,
is confirmed.
Except one, yeah.
which is her great aunt.
Yeah, so it was
Something
her
like that?
soulmate.
Yeah.
Or she found her soulmate, I guess. But yeah. Yeah.
She ends up finding
And then they kiss for some reason. I don't know.
some that little
Bachelorette thing.
yeah. They do this when Portia's like be on time for the bachelorette, blah blah. Portia
I wrote
just
down
on
what
her
Portia
own
said
fucking
too.
thing.
When they get back from the county office or whatever, Portia said, "What were you two doing all day? Eating out everyone at the nail salon?"
This fucking girl.
It's so crazy.
And then she said, she looks at her nails. She said, "These look really good. I hope you tipped the blind child who did them."
Oh God.
They're doing their bachelorette at the cabin. The men, which is just Nikki, Jude, and the dad, are hunting foxes.
Why?
I hate this. I hate the whole
Oh,
thing
and
with the
foxes is also very, what is it? Prevalent, symbolic in the show. Because in the beginning, they first see a fox, a dead fox, at the rest stop when Rachel's going to the restroom, and there's like this like deceased, really gross looking fox in the toilet.
Yeah, it's like
or
it's the
something.
guts.
Yeah, it's
pulled
like
out.
decomposing. That's what
Yeah.
it is. And then we see the fox that they're hunting, and they like set a trap for the fox, and they think they caught it, but then it's like the fox had gnawed off its own arm
So
Yeah.
cruel.
to get out of the trap.
Yeah.
So they're trying to find that fox.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. It keeps escaping death. That's how I interpreted it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But the night of the bachelorette, then things just get weird. Like Nell and Rachel have a moment where, Nell tells Rachel that her and Jude are they're gonna get divorced.
Yeah.
She either tells her at that moment or she told her at the fucking
County office.
no, she told her at the bridal party, the shower, whatever you want to call that. And that's when Jude's like fucking going off on his brother.
Yes.
So they have a moment, and then all of a sudden Portia is like possessed, comes in, tries to hit her or something. I don't know. Some weird shit happens, and then she's like saying weird stuff like something red, something.
They like do like a summoning or something of some sort.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she's just like verbally saying
Something living, something dead, something borrowed, something red.
Yeah. Which is the complete opposite of,
The
Regular,
normal.
traditional-
something new,
Yeah.
something borrowed, something blue.
Yeah.
something new, something old, something borrowed, something blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that happens. So she's just fucking saying weird shit. And then she's freaking out the day of the wedding because she's like, fuck, I have like 4 hours, between 4 to 12 hours, something like that. I don't know the time frame. That she's like, I'm literally going to die because this is not my soulmate. I need to figure out, like, how can I survive this? Ends up, I think that's when she tells them about the curse.
Mm-hmm. And like what will happen to them.
Yeah, if she just walks away. So she's like, your whole entire family is going to be cursed. In her eyes, she's thinking it's just them, like the 5, 6 of them. Doesn't realize that it's the whole motherfucking bloodline of them, which is everybody that got invited to their wedding.
Actually, did they not find out until after? Because during the wedding, after he was like,
this time.
First she's trying to do the summoning thing. So she finds out that what Portia had said is like an old potion to basically like turn herself into Nikki's soulmate, regardless of if she actually is. So all the things she has to fucking collect are her fucking toe, which is a bone of her own body. Mm-hmm. So she has Jude, who's a doctor, cut off her fucking toe.
Well, at first he was like, okay, how do you feel about like your back tooth? And then Nell was like, no, she's getting married. Her face can't be swollen.
I would have taken a fucking tooth. At least I could walk with my tooth. Like a tiny one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Take a small one.
Take the back one.
When she was looking at the thing, it was like the something old was her mother's necklace, right?
I actually don't remember.
No. Something living, something dead. So something living.
You're right. We're thinking the traditional.
Something living is her bone. Something dead is her bone. Something living is Nikki's sperm.
Yes. Yes.
So then she fucks Nikki.
Something red
is blood. Her blood. No, the blood of her enemy, which originally she thinks is Portia.
Okay.
So she's like, Portia is like bleeding from her face from the night before. And so she's like, has a Band-Aid. And so Rachel's like, oh, do you want to take it off?
Okay.
But then she realizes that it's not Portia, it's the witness guy.
Oh. Gotcha.
And so she is able to get his blood from something.
I forgot how she got his blood.
Because she talks to him while she's doing all of this.
Yes.
But anyway, she gets the witness's blood. So that's the something red. And then her something borrowed is the Nikki's mom's hair. She cuts it.
Oh. Yes.
Wait, so then what's living? Is that
the sperm?
Oh, the sperm.
So she has sperm, her toe, her pinky toe,
a guy's
the
blood.
bone, her
hair.
future mother-in-law's hair, and blood.
The blood from an immortal being. And so she puts it on a champagne flute.
Yes. And just stirs it.
And so, she's about to drink it. And then Nikki comes in and talks to her about, I forget what they talk about, but basically she kind of has a change of heart and she's like, no, I'm his soulmate. Like, he's my soulmate. We're meant to be. I believe in us. Whatever. So then the wedding happens and they're saying the vows and she says, I do. And then it's Nikki's turn and he's like hesitating.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't think we need to get married right now. And
she's like, you're so right. Like, we didn't need to do all of this.
You motherfucker. Just fucking say yes.
He was like, because he finds out his mom cheated. And so he's a fucking baby about it.
Yeah. So he figures out that like his entire family or what he knew about his family or grew up on about love and all this shit is like a lie.
Wham.
And so now he's like, wham. And now he's like, now he's second guessing everything. So he doesn't say, I do. And then she was like,
she flips out. She's like,
we're fucking die now.
Bitch, I'm gonna fucking die.
Yeah. And so she ends up explaining like the curse to him, and he's just kind of like fucking whatever. Like
he doesn't believe her. And this is where she finds out that he has not believed her at all.
At all.
This whole time she thought he believed her.
And then she ends up telling in this rant the entire family about how if she leaves them at the altar or whatever, that they're all cursed and they're gonna die, right? Is that,
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's when she does tell them.
Yeah.
But they think that it is again, it's just the immediate family, and it turns out to be literally all the guests that are related to them.
And the fucking witness is going around to everyone. He's like, oh, like you guys are together? Are you guys soulmates? Like to each person.
So it's because that the marriage didn't go through technically is when everyone starts bleeding.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So like Nikki's entire family now, most of the entire family is just starting to bleed out of every orifice.
Even Portia and his mom.
Well, they're a little delayed. Like the mom, I think, was first, and then Portia. I don't understand why everyone was kind of delayed.
I don't know. Just hit people at different times, I guess. But like, people start bleeding except Jude, because Jude, his real soulmate, is actually Nell, so he's okay.
And they never signed their divorce papers.
Yeah.
But his concern now is that the curse is passed on to his son.
Yeah.
So everybody's fucking bleeding everywhere, and Rachel's just like, well, whatever. I try to fucking tell, like, you know, help you guys. And then
Nikki's mom convinces him to marry Rachel again.
Yes.
Because he's like crying and she's like consoling him.
Yes.
And she's like, Nikki, you just need to marry her. And he's like, okay. He's like, I'll marry her.
Yeah.
And Rachel's like, no,
fuck that.
What the fuck?
She's
like, I
"You're
tried to
gonna
tell
kill
you, you
me."
don't believe me. Like, you lied to me this entire time. So she's like dead set on not marrying him at this point.
Yeah.
But the family forces her.
Yeah. They basically end up putting her in front of the witness and they put the ring on her. And they complete the ceremony, basically him saying I do. Because she already said I do.
Yeah.
So
then the curse turns on her.
Yeah.
And she bleeds
very
out and
dramatically
dies
out
in the courtyard in the snow.
Yeah.
So the house is filled with dead bodies and blood.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the family, the immediate family is
fine.
Is fine. And then the Grimm guy basically dies because he's passed on he's done his duty. So now it's passed on to Rachel. She ends up waking up.
Yeah. So now she's the immortal Grim Reaper type.
Because she kind of had a loophole of like, she technically left him at the altar, but then still got married.
Yeah.
So like, she died, but then she was immortal.
Yes.
So she comes back to life as an immortal being, and
He had like signed off on the table and it was like, it's your turn now. And
Yeah.
like left her money or something, I guess.
okay.
And she leaves.
Takes his truck and that's it. That's how it ends. She just drives off to the sunset.
And meanwhile, Nikki's like laying in bed and she's just
Oh
like
my
walking
God.
around gathering her shit. And he's like, what
After
the
he saw
fuck?
her die. And
Yeah.
she's just like, I think she asked for the keys or something.
No, she's like, do you know where my lighter is?
Oh, yes. Because the whole time she just wants a fucking cigarette.
Yeah.
So she's like, do you know where my lighter is? And he's just like curled up with like a fucking teddy bear. And he's like, what?
And yeah, that was it.
That's literally the whole show.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the photographers too. I don't know if you noticed when everyone was dying and bleeding out, and the photographers are like fucking snapping all these photos.
What a day to remember. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just all over the place, kind of. I was like, what is going on?
I know.
What is happening?
Yeah.
I thought it was very slow to start. And then like the last 3 or 4 episodes had the most the most interesting.
I liked how it started. The first 2 episodes before she finds out, like when we think the family's going to kill her, I was like, ooh, what's going to happen? And then when it turned into this whole curse thing, like it was interesting, but I feel like the middle, when she's trying to figure it out, that's where it started to die down. And
Like-
then the ending, I was just like, whoa.
I think that it was like episodes like 3, 4-ish that I was like, this is kind of boring. Because the first episode, I was like, oh, this kind of feels scary. Like, because I felt like there were jump scares.
Eerie. Yeah.
And then when it got to finally her like parents' video, I was like, okay, it's picking back up again. Because it was fucking slow for a second.
Yeah.
So this person on Reddit kind of has a little bit of insight. They write about the clues and hidden meanings. So they said, finishing up the series now, and my first impression is that it is a smart, layered script. The more I think about it, the more themes and symbols I recall. 1, the fox chewing off its own leg to get out of the trap. is symbolic to Rachel leaving her toe behind and winning her freedom. We hear a fox yelping as she drives away at the end. The taxidermy dogs, they're another kind of living dead doomed to stay with the family as another identical dog joins and meets the same fate. In classical paintings, further, dogs usually symbolize marital fidelity. Eye contact, the bossy wedding guest forces Rachel and Nikki to stare at each other, which opens a window for Rachel to start asking difficult questions. Upon entering the house, Nikki tells Rachel that in his family tradition, you don't look the dogs in the eye. Could be that the dogs being a stand-in for marital fidelity, similar to Dr. Cunningham refusing to accept the reality of Victoria's betrayal.
That was a funny scene with that guest. Now I remember
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So she believes that it was something about like you have to stare into your future life partner's eyes for 5 minutes without talking. And it's supposed to, it's something symbolic is her belief.
Like you can see their true emotions or something from staring at them.
And so they're just staring at each other and like 30 seconds pass and she starts asking questions. They're like, no, you can't talk. Start over.
Oh, because this is when she finds out about like Nikki was kind of lying about how they met and stuff. So she was like, so what were you doing out there?
This person wrote in response to that, they're like, my take. Nobody in Rachel's bloodline is free of the curse. The only way out is if they either don't marry at all or if they marry their soulmate. Those people still aren't free. They're just existing within the rules. Being a witness is still in the curse because a witness is someone who tried to outsmart or opt out of the system and is doomed to witness it indefinitely until they understand it. When the curse transferred to Nikki's family, it affected everyone in his bloodline. The curse is not matrilineal because the current witness is a man. He left his fiancée at the altar and he said she went on to marry another man. The reason it didn't affect Nikki's father is because his father isn't his real dad. So on Nikki's side of the family, whoever is the blood relative of Nikki is a non-soulmate marriage, is the one who, in the non-soulmate marriage is the one who dies.
Oh, duh, because she cheated on him. She did say that. And implied that that's not his father.
Rachel became the witness not just because of the sunset timing, but for her attempts to opt out of the system and cheat death. She was always going to be the witness, but since she said yes to her soulmate, even though she tried in good faith, she still had to go through the hemorrhage phase.
Okay.
The pregnant fox, the trapped fox, and the fox that has the missing foot all underscores this point. The fox in the toilet was pregnant. That represents the bloodline continuation, male or female. The fox in the trap is the one who tried to escape the system, but the fox is still marked forever with its missing foot and witnessing Rachel's departure. They are not free. They are just in a different role. Rachel is like the escaped fox, alive but permanently altered. So those are kind of like some of the symbolisms in that.
Interesting.
I did think that Jude.
Yeah.
His name is Jude?
Yeah.
Or was it Jules?
Jude.
I thought Jude and Rachel were going to be like, because he had mentioned like,
Soulmates.
what if
I
we're
thought
soulmates?
they were soulmates.
Because he's like, of the way that we met, and we met when we were little, and we're connected, and blah,
I thought they
blah,
were
blah.
going to develop a thing.
Yeah, so was I, and I was
We're
like,
wrong.
oh.
Jules is the dad. Jude is the son.
Okay, because I saw on Letterboxd someone said Jules.
Yeah.
And I was like, is it Jules? Yeah, Jude is the son.
Every time we were talking about Jude, we meant Jules.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
We didn't know the son's name.
Not good with names.
We said the son.
Well, now I'm thinking of Euphoria.
I know.
So I'm just like, I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
I thought that they were soulmates too.
Yeah.
So I thought that he was getting a divorce to Nell so that they could get married.
Yes. Because also he was the only one who actually believed her too. So it was like, oh, that makes sense. They're soulmates. They're not soulmates.
They're not soulmates. He's soulmates with Nell.
Yeah. Which was cute actually, because she was like, they were laying in bed, like kind of waiting to die. And she was like, why aren't you bleeding? And he's like, I don't know. And they like realized
And
they're
she's like,
soulmates.
oh, shit.
Yeah.
Even though like because their thing too, their marriage thing was like, they always were 100% honest with each other, no matter like how terrible it was. So at one point he said like, oh, we're so honest with each other. Like sometimes I fantasize about hiring someone to kill you. And Nell says, oh, it's funny. Even in your wildest fantasies, you still can't even do it yourself.
Oh, she was funny. I liked her. This comment by someone on Reddit said, just finished watching it. Really enjoyed it. Amazing show with great actors, interesting story, and great quality of camera work. My personal impression of this TV show is a metaphor for modern relationships, in particular modern interpretations of relationships like codependency, toxicity, narcissism, etc. It has a lot of TikTok vibes with all this straightforward mentioning of all these popular topics and using this terminology. I'm not saying it is bad, just my observation. I'm a big horror fan, so I saw a lot of references in most of the episodes of the show. The first episode had vibes of movies like Jeepers Creepers, when they traveled by car and had to stop, Ring, all the dark atmosphere, bad luck topic, and all these slashers, which include the cliche when a couple or a company of friends visit the gas station or bar, where they meet some strange people. The second episode had vibes of all these satanic cults and witches movies like Rosemary Baby, House of the Devil, Satanic Panic, Witch, etc. The third episode finally opened the true self of the show, and I understood where we are going. I have not mentioned more details and movies, not to spoil anything from the show. I really like how they mixed all this stuff for the TV series. I guess not being a horror buff, I completely flew over my head.
I've seen most of those movies.
Yeah.
I do agree with them on the shots. I really feel like they filmed it really well.
I agree. I thought it was really cool the way they filmed it. Someone on Letterboxd said, "In the name of the Father, Ready or Not to movie, and of the Son, the drama, and of the Holy Spirit, something very bad is going to happen. I pronounce 2026 as not a good year to get married, except if you're Zendaya and Tom Holland."
True.
Well, what are you trying to say? Just got married in 2026?
Except for Jessica and Zendaya.
This is the original poster's also take. One more theme that comes up over and over again, saving and being saved. Nikki claims to be saving her in the last episode because he thinks she's in distress, which guarantees that something bad is going to happen. In the story they tell at the wedding, they explain that Nikki saved Rachel by providing a car instead of a flight, which in fact, meeting him is the bad thing that happened because he's the only one who could have gotten her to an altar. Why would Nikki drive 8 hours to pick up a dress without confirmation that their friends in Cleveland even had the dress? That part. I was like, are you stupid?
A lot of bad choices made, mostly by Nikki.
This person said because he's a doormat and does what he's told.
Sure. That's why they don't tell him anything.
Yeah.
Someone said they think this would have been better suited as a movie. And I think I agree.
I agree.
Because I think it could have, they could have hit every interesting point and just put it in a movie.
Yeah. It was pretty long.
Yeah.
The shower was really long. That scene of her telling the same story over and over. I was like, this is like 25 minutes. It's half the episode.
Yeah. And they could have cut that and still been effective.
Sure. Yeah, you're right. They could have hit all the major points that would make sense for the climax of the movie without all the extra filler stuff. As far as ratings, it has a 6.8 out of 10 on IMDb and an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. So how would you rate it?
I think I would rate it a 7. I know it's not really an original story, but I haven't seen a story like this in a while. And it was very long. I felt like, it could have been cut shorter. If they wanted to keep it a series, it could have been 6 episodes instead of 8. But I like how it was shot. It kept me interested in watching it the whole time. I think she played her character very well in the sense of she's the one that's consistently having anxiety, she's always nervous around the family. The only thing that for me, it was kind of just oh, okay, was the whole curse thing. I was kind of whatever, But I don't know. I thought it was great for what it was. Not something I would be running to recommend, but it wasn't. I'm not going to shit on it. It's not bad. So I don't know. Just a 7.
Yeah, I think I would give it a 6. It was interesting. I thought it was just a tad too long, but I do I thought the acting was good, and I do like the cinematography of it all. And it did keep me oh, what's going to happen next kind of thing. So I can appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I give it a 6.5. Yeah, I agree with both. I like the cinematography. I thought the acting was really good. The story was good. It dragged on too long. And I think it should have been scarier for being classified as horror because it is just classified as like horror fiction.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was horror at all. I think it could have just been thriller and it was fine. So I wish it was scarier with like it anticipating supposed to be scary. Because then like I'm comparing it to series like Mike Flanagan's, like The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, that's scary.
Like those are scary, but really good. And like
You
I
never
can
finished
watch
that,
them.
huh?
Nope.
It's so
It's
good.
so good.
I can watch those like repeatedly. They're so good.
I
So
like that
I'm
one more than Bly Manor.
I do too. I love Haunting of Hill House. I rewatched Bly Manor though, and I like it the second time I watched it. I don't know why. The first time I didn't like it.
I think I was confused by the story because I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
It's good though.
Yeah.
That's good. Midnight Mass is good.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite, but it's good. Mike Flanagan, keep them coming.
Yeah. So
great.
I was kind of comparing it to those because they're kind of like a similar like advertising of like a mini series, horror, whatever.
Yeah.
So I had higher expectations. So yeah, I just thought it was too long.
A last question I have is like, do you guys like the way it ended? With her becoming like the next.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't
Mortal
have liked
Grim
if
Reaper
she had
witnessing.
just died. Like I think that would have been like, I mean, both were not like super climactic, but not super anticlimactic. So I wouldn't have liked if she just died. Like I think that would have just been like, oh, okay, cool.
So the curse is still on his family. Now she needs to view.
Witness
Oh
everything.
yeah, because she told Jude before
She's
she
like, I'll
left.
be there at your wedding.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
She's like, you got to make sure, you got to be careful of who you decide to
marry.
propose to and marry.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay.
Boy's not gonna remember that.
He's not going to remember that shit. Yeah. I would have liked to see something happen to Nikki.
Yeah,
For
fuck him.
being a
God,
bitch.
he sucked. Fuck.
Yeah.
Crybaby.
Yeah. But I'm kind of glad that they didn't end up as soulmates because I thought that would have been
Yeah.
fucked up. Yeah.
I thought it would have been interesting. I would have liked to see her drink the potion because I was interested to see what was going to happen to her.
Yeah.
Like how she would have turned into a soulmate.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I think one of my favorite scenes though is when we find out that it wasn't fate. Like when you're like,
Oh,
damn,
yeah.
you suck, guy.
Yeah.
Like his brother aired him out. I was like, oh,
Damn.
because you always want to know the dirt on someone, and so it's just like the way she's explaining this whole, thing, her side of the story.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like, I mean, I guess like it was cute, I guess, but also it was just like, really, is that what it is? So I did like that scene. I was like, oh, now it's getting interesting.
Yeah.
This guy is not perfect. Nikki.
Yeah.
If your family was cursed, would you get married?
Probably
If you had the same
not.
curse?
No. Like if I knew about it.
Before you get engaged, but she didn't find out before she got engaged.
Yeah.
So kind of, it really just would depend.
Yeah.
Oh.
Would you
Like,
I would
you
say
mean when I
myself.
walk away.
would
to
you
pass-
would you leave him at the altar then?
It depends. Like I would, if my timeline was exactly like hers, where it's like, I feel like we're, fated to be together and all this kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden his sibling is like, well, this is what actually fucking happened. And you're just like, whoa, who the fuck am I marrying? No, I'm gonna pass the curse on to you guys. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fight so hard for this. I'll just pass it on to you guys. Yeah.
I'm not cutting my toe off.
I feel the same.
No.
Like I would feel bad, but I'd be like,
I'm like, well, sorry.
sorry. Like he's not my brother. To blame him. But like if I knew prior about the curse, like I would never
Oh, yeah,
say
you'd
yes
never
to
get
an
married.
engagement.
Yeah, I'm
Live.
like, I would not put myself through that pressure because it's a 50-50 no matter what.
Unless I felt like playing with death and be like, all right, let's fucking see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, that's something very bad is going to happen. If you watched the show, let us know what you think and if you enjoyed it and your favorite moments and or interpretations of any of the symbolism in the show.
And there was talk about a sequel.
Yeah, I
don't know
heard
why.
about that. Yeah,
With
I'm not
what?
sure what it would be. But
I guess Jude getting married.
maybe. But
It could be.
I hope not.
Or like
Keep it limited.
a distant family member of some sort. Nikki's
No,
family.
we don't need more. What are they called? Duffy Brothers?
Duffer Brothers.
Duffer Brothers.
Duffer Brothers. Just leave it there. Not everything needs a sequel. Okay. One and done.
One and done. All right.
Goodbye.
Bye.